One of the, I guess, most frequently asked questions that we're getting at this time of the year is around the keep warm strategies. People are saying, hey, what are we seeing from all the different clients we deal with and all the different graduate managers? So we wanted to give you a different perspective where John will come in and give the perspective of the development program manager. Ali will give the voice of the graduate in terms of what you can get your graduates to do, and I can give the perspective of the overarching graduate manager. And some of the things we're starting to see this year have happened so quickly in the process. The engagement has virtually started at assessment centre, if not before that, in terms of candidates being given very clear information about the process, graduates being involved right from the start, even on Whirlpool forums, speaking to candidates through the Whirlpool forums. But I guess as a graduate, Ali, what are some of the expectations that you've seen of candidates coming through the process?
I think they just want to connect from the very beginning, and it's either through videos or, like David was saying, connecting through Whirlpool. That's where they can get the most up-to-date information, whether it is key dates, selection process, hints and tips, whatever it is. That connection from the very beginning is integral to keeping them warm and keeping them engaged.
And we've had a number of graduates coming into assessment centres and spending the whole day floating around. How have you found that?
I think that's really important because candidates coming in get more value from a current graduate who have gone through or has gone through that experience over a year ago and can relate to them and they can ask those questions that they may not want to ask someone in a senior position.
The voice of graduate is believable. Exactly. It is actually really believable, and there's a lot of value in having your graduates floating around. I think companies sometimes can get a little bit too cute and rehearsed in having the stock standard panel of 3 at an assessment centre or things. Let's make it a little bit more organic and just having them floating around assessment centres. Give them the 10-15 minutes outside where we, grad managers, are not outside.
It's more authentic, it's more genuine coming from the grads.
Yeah.
So.
And what have you seen, John, as being the development manager? We kind of work really close with you through our recruitment process. What are you seeing?
We're seeing a lot of organisations really set their new recruits up with current grads, buddy them up, get them to understand what they're going to experience.
And that's happening within the first week.
Yeah,
post-offer.
Post-offer, exactly. And they're setting them up on online support platforms and getting them into groups so they can start to network and start to build those relationships with each other, which is really important for them. So they feel comfortable, day one when they do come in. We're seeing them organise dinners and opportunities to come into the organisation for coffee catch-ups, hear from leaders, and that gets them excited. And I think that's the most important thing, is to keep them engaged and get them excited for that.
One particular client offer, with the offer comes the online learning platform with some modules already built in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Those modules that you're talking about, like how to network, getting them to think about their personal brand, the impact they're going to have on others, how can they show up, that first impressions piece is really important because they are green coming into these roles.
And many of the graduates who are still remote, who are going to be flying in for your program or relocating, have access to an electronic tool so that your graduates the existing grads can send them videos. You as the grad manager can send them videos, the development managers send them the content, and we're finding that the development content is being presented transparently at the very start of this offer process, so the grads know what their program for the following year is actually looking like all throughout. And I guess as a grad manager in terms of the role I'm playing within this is ensure that you're coordinating all this information well and truly before the process. Articulate your development program in great detail. Engage with your stakeholders, being the senior managers within the organisation, the executives, your program sponsor and ambassador, and most importantly, your current graduates, so that you're all on the same page in terms of the information that you're giving and the exceptional experience that you want to drive, because your brand is on show. And I think by doing this, we're finding that those clients doing it have better offer outcomes and a better retention throughout. And
better experience for the grads, so we'll then go back to their buddies at uni and tell them, this has been a really great experience, you should apply here.
So that's a bit of information from us playing the 3 different roles that we're seeing. We hope that you find it useful.